and you and your family are enjoying your hard-earned dinner. You have prepared a beautiful dinner and you're laughing and talking around the dinner table, and the phone is incessantly ringing. And more often than not, it's someone with a political call. It's someone calling you about your antivirus. My favorite is when the computer voice calls and they claim to be from the IRS and they say, "Call yay us." Call yay us? What? I also love the one that says, "We'd like to talk to you about the vacant land you own." I don't own any vacant land. How nice would it be with caller ID, with CPR Call Blocker? All you need is a landline phone with caller ID, and you hit this red button. Now we're going to come in nice and close because that red button says block now. Now this comes preloaded with 10,000, or actually there are 100,000 pre-programmed nuisance numbers. It has room to hold 10,000 more. So a number pops up on this screen and you don't recognize it. Just hit the button. If you hit the button, that person, that number can never call your landline again. Now, is there sound on this tape? No. So you plug this in to your landline phone, and it's very, very simple. Line, telephone, plug it in. As long as you already have caller ID, you're in business. And then when calls come in, if it's one of the pre-programmed numbers, it'll automatically block it. If it doesn't recognize it, it will show up on your screen. If you decide you want to block it, hit the block now number, and that number can never call you again. I have been getting so many robocalls and nuisance calls and scam calls and telemarketers. It is so exciting to be able to press a button. There's great, great joy in pressing that button, right? Because it says successful. But more often than not, it also helps you weed out the calls that you don't belong. Now, what happens if someone calls and you block it, and it was actually a number that you needed to answer? You can unblock the call. So that works out really nicely too. Just because you blocked it doesn't mean you can't go backward. But once you blocked it, that person can never call you on that number again. And not only will it block the call, but it will disconnect the call. So if you're in the middle of dinner, you're in the middle of watching television, you're in the middle of doing something, and it's always something more important than the silly telemarketer call, then you just reach over and press the block now button. It's going to block the number and also disconnect the call. And it's going to remember that number, so if that number tries to call your house again, it won't even go through. And it will immediately begin to decrease the number of unwanted calls you're receiving. Think about it. There are 100,000 pre-programmed numbers in this call blocker. And then you've got room to put 10,000 more numbers inside. All you need is a landline phone that has caller ID, and you're ready to roll. Let's take a look at our how-to video again. It's very, very simple to connect because what you're going to do is you're going to take the phone line out of the back of the phone. You're going to plug it into the call blocker, into the line button, and then use another cord from the telephone back into your telephone, and now you are connected to Call Blocker, to CPR Call Blocker. And once it has blocked a call, those folks can never call you again on that same number. Now, if they are using a computer and using a computer bank, maybe another computer will try to call your number again, block that one too. And once you've blocked enough of them, those numbers and those calls will decrease. And that is a beautiful thing.